jump off the wall, we've got a lead change. Almost back halfway down the field, and most of the field is stuck.
When the prospect of Marbula One was first created, teams were presented with a unique challenge. They created new ways to train, new strategies, new pairings, fueled by a previously unknown desire to be world champions. Heading into the second season, racers from teams new and old converge for what promises to be the most intense marble competition yet, Season 2 of Marbula One. Hello everybody, I'm Greg Woods, sitting high above Minty Mania for the first Grand Prix of the season. Smoggy from the Hazers sits on pole, Yellow Eye, Mallard, and Speedy close behind. The Minty Maniacs, for whom this track is named, they didn't make it out of Q1. Lights are on. And we're rolling! A little bump off that chevron, just like we saw in the qualifying races, drops Smoggy down to second place. Yellow Eye takes the lead by several lengths. A train developing with Speedy behind Smoggy as they work around turn 6 and 7, dropping their way down the backstretch as you take a look at that banked turn that makes this a very short lap and a dangerous entry onto the conveyor belt. So much speed built up, you have to enter it cleanly, but you don't want to get too out of sorts in the banked section. This swing around turn 6 right here can set you up very well for the drop down the ramp, too. That is also a strategic point of this course. But it's Yellow Eye and Smoggy in front of Speedy. Bumble gets in front of Momo, only briefly. And it's Razzie and Prim. Mallard falls all the way back to 8th and is fighting in that group. But it's Yellow Eye still out in front pretty cleanly. Waspy all the way in the back, exactly where Waspy started. Hasn't gained any spots. Same thing with Snowy. Starry has also fallen from P9 down to 14th. That bank turn there, making this more of Mintona than Minty Mania. And Yellow Eye, you see that purple icon up there on the scoring pylon. That means fastest lap, which is worth a point this year, along with pole position. So, these Hazers already sit at the top of the team standings because they got pole, and who will get the extra point for the speed in a one lap around this Minty Mania? Yellow Eye, Momo, good climb there, up 3 spots into second place. Speedy back behind. Then it's Bumble who started down in 5th, but Yellow Eye's lead has been fairly unassailable thus far. Can Momo start to chip into it? Slightly different lines down that backstretch, and you can see that makes a difference on whether you scrub time moving up the wall or not. We've got a yellow flag here, an incident at the bottom of the conveyor belt we're hearing. Haven't seen what that is yet, but the yellow flag may have been... Hold on, we got a red flag now. The race has been stopped. Track hazards at the conveyor belt. The race will be stopped. And the competitors are just now hearing it. They're going to come across and be caught at the base of the belt here after lap 5. Momo has taken the lead. Was that before the yellow flag, before the red flag, or neither? Oh, and look at this. Speedy is off the track and is jammed in the guide. Speedy was off the track and has to retire. Is being checked by the medics. They are going to restart the race using the positions that they were in, but a dangerous situation there for Speedy, getting caught in that mechanism. I don't know if we have a replay here. There we go. Oh my gosh, just shot right up and then careened to the right, and that is dangerous. So the committee is going to step in and make some track repairs. They've added extra guides to keep everybody safe. Momo did not make the move prior to the stoppage, so it will be Yellow Eye starting again from the first spot as we resume here after lap 5. 23 planned, and we're back underway at Minty Mania. This time Yellow Eye avoids that small little red triangle and is able to keep in the lead. Good battle back behind though, stretching for second place and trying to claw up and get in the draft. Different lines, as we said, coming down that backstretch, and this quick lap comes at you so fast. Lime heads up into second place after starting in 12th. That's pretty impressive. Then it's Mallard and Bumble. Momo, Razzie, Smoggy, our pole sitter, all the way back in 7th. Then it's Clementine back in 8th. C in 9th, and Yellow in 10th. Coming up the belt, it's a half a second lead for Yellow Eye. And then a big three-way battle, and I would say more than that, for the final podium spot. They're all within a couple of lengths of each other, pairing up to get in the draft as they get ready to head down the ramp onto the backstretch. Drifting inside, a couple of sharp hits off of that wall. Some very smooth pathways through that bank turn, making a huge difference and gaining a little bit of ground. In fact, Momo used it to pick up 3 spots up into second place, and fastest lap for now. Yellow Eye's lead has come down. Momo and Mallard are battling for second place. Behind them, a little bit of a gap to Bumble and Limelight. Smoggy still down in 7th place, now down into 8th. Starry down in 10th. Clementine fallen to 11th. Remember, Minty Maniacs are not in this one. They were eliminated in the new form of qualifying, where in Q1 the bottom 4 are eliminated and do not move on. Minty Drizzle was down in that bottom spot. So already, first race of second season. Are we talking about a host curse? I'm not sure. Momo loses second place, but keeps fastest lap for now. An 8/10 lead for Yellow Eye, who has really been at the front for this entire race. Nearing the halfway point. Good battle for second place, still as they've been locked for quite a while. Similar pathways coming through the bank turn, but a couple of bumps off the walls makes it ever so close as they're going to come off the conveyor belt and over the line. Starting lap 12, Yellow Eye's lead has expanded by 2/10 up to a full second. Razzie in 4th. It's a good climb for Razzie, even though started in 6th, had fallen down early on. Trying to claw that back. Speaking of clawing back, Mallard gets fastest lap and takes 3/10 out of the lead of Yellow Eye. Still, with so much of this race to go, you wonder if they're just sitting back. Look at that giant train developing behind Razzie. Just off the picture there, let's see if we can see it coming down the backstretch. Not quite, but that was a huge group, 5 or more marbles stuck behind the representative of the Raspberry Racers. 1.72, that was a great response by Yellow Eye. Lead is enormous now compared to where it has been, but you have to stay clean all the way throughout. That was a much cleaner line coming through that bank turn. This track, by the way, a little under 10.5 meters in length, 9 turns. We're looking for about that 21.48 second lap time, and they responded to that pretty well. This is a brand new track for everybody, I assume, except for the Minty Maniacs, although that didn't really help them all that much in qualifying. Everybody positioning themselves. Nobody going too high on that bank turn. I wonder if that's partially because they're just not used to it. They don't want to take any chances, even if that means you could get a much better launch. Speaking of good launches, look at this. Momo right on the tail of Yellow Eye, as close as they've been for the entire race. 1 length apart. Draft down the backstretch. How will they work through the turn? Pretty well. Onto the conveyor belt. Where are they? Okay, about a step apart. Yellow Eye. Good response. Momo does set the fastest lap, though, a 19.72, and could give Momo 1 bonus point in addition to wherever Momo is going to finish in this one. We're a long way from being done. Yellow Eye, I think, was a little bit surprised on that lap to see Momo so close. Does that force Yellow Eye into a mistake? Or will they stay clean? Mallard back in 3rd. Snowy. A good climb up. C is up 5 spots in front of Bumble and Yellow, then Razzie and Lime. Smoggy back in 10th, fallen from pole position. A great second sector there. Explodes the lead for Yellow Eye. Enormous right now. 1.91 seconds, and that was a great response. Yellow Eye has been managing this race so well, you kind of wonder if maybe started to lean back a little bit and then noticed Momo charging and had to put it together again. Cooled down slightly, able to get going, back at full pace. We did have that red flag, remember. That let everybody rest just a little bit, but sometimes that can do more harm to your nerves than good. It's a 2-marble race thus far. Mallard, a couple of seconds back behind those top 2, then another further couple seconds back is Bumble. Yellow Eye has been absolutely peerless so far. Couple of laps to go. 1.4 seconds is the gap, then it's 3 seconds from the lead down to Mallard in 3rd, who has a good cushion of over 2 seconds over Bumble. Starry keeps falling back. Prim gets up a spot, as does Lime and Smoggy, to stay in the top 10 and keep getting some points. These laps come at you quickly, though. We're nearing the 7.5-minute mark. The lead grew ever so slightly. Yellow Eye comes up the belt. Drops across here on lap 22. Momo Can that lead come down? Doesn't have to worry about Mallard back behind. You'll see a peek over the shoulder every once in a while just to make sure. Same for Yellow Eye, who's going to head into the final lap. The newcomers, Crazy Cat's Eyes, would love to get a victory in the first Grand Prix of the second season of Marbula One. The lead is coming down just a little bit. I don't know if there's going to be enough time, though. A clean exit through the ramp. Yellow Eye gets the win. Momo picks up second. And Mallard rounds out the podium in third. The Crazy Cat's Eyes are victorious. Yellow Eye takes the top spot. Momo gets an extra point for fastest lap. And that came in a valiant attempt to get the lead that ultimately could not stick. And Crazy Cat's Eyes are a little bit crazier in the stands, and rightfully so. What a phenomenal race this was. This was as close as they got. Look at them shadowing each other through the turns. Momo within a length, but the great response by Yellow Eye stretched it beyond all doubt. This bank turn, pretty interesting there. That was a nice little switchback move, but we did have disaster with Speedy launching off of the track at the base of the belt and getting caught in the mechanism. I'm sure that's something that the Minty Maniacs will be looking at moving forward. Crazy Cat's Eyes take the top spot. Momo with 21, Green Ducks back with 16, Bumblebees in 4th, and Snowballs in 5th. One round has come at you, but plenty more are ahead here in the second season of Marbula One.